Hi guys, I've been using this cheap cigarette lighter adapter that I bought in Poundland a while ago to run my dash cam in my car, and had a problem with my camera. It kept intermittently switching itself off. I traced a problem in the camera, which was very simply the little spring contacts that make contact with the battery needed adjustment so that I could use my spare battery. But in truth, that wasn't the real problem. The real problem was this adapter. And because it's sitting on the dashboard, I don't actually see that red light very often because it's just thrown on top and I don't look at it. But truth is, this was the real fault. The dash cam would work for a few minutes, then switch itself off. Well, that was simply down to the LiPo battery in it having just enough power to start the thing going, and then once it had drawn some power, it would power itself down. And then it would restore itself a little bit, and if you tried to run it again, it would run again for a few seconds. And the reason all that was happening was there was no power getting to it from the cigarette lighter. If I just get my meter out, which is not very good, I might point out. If I turn it round to the 20 ohm scale and connect the contacts together, according to this, the wires for my test leads actually have 2.3 ohms resistance, which might be true, might not, but let's just recognise that we're looking for at least 2 point something ohms for a full short circuit. So if I connect to the centre point and then connect to the equivalent position at the back, we've actually got a short circuit, 2 point something ohms. If I connect to one of the outer leads, which should be the outside of here, nothing. So we take this apart and we have a look, and hopefully the camera will stay in focus. There's a great big lump of solder there, but the wire that goes to it, this black one, isn't connected, and that's why we're getting no power through to my dash cam, because there's no connection. So if I resolder that, we'll be back in action. As it is, I'm not using this at all now. I'm just plugging the dash cam straight into the cigarette lighter. The only reason we were using this was it gave us 2 cigarette lighters if we wanted them, so we could charge up the dash cam and maybe a mobile phone, and it also gave us a USB output. What we found in practice was as soon as we tried to run the dash cam and charge a mobile phone, there wasn't enough current going through, so a bit of a waste of time. But I'll solder that back on, and well, it will be a working item, which is pretty useless. Well, this is not going to be the most exciting bit of soldering I've ever done. The one onto that spring doesn't look much better. Oh, just off screen, aren't we? Let's move things a bit. That's a bit better. Turn the fan on, blow the fumes away. think this is going to need a bit of warming up. And there we go, done. That's going to be hot for a little while. Well, that's not too bad. Should I do that at the same time, brighten it up a bit, because it looks a bit dull and grey as if it wasn't heated up enough to begin with. Right, well, we'll go and put it back together. I left the other bits downstairs. It's getting to get dark. It's nearly 8 o'clock. Right then. Come back. Okay, that spring goes in like that. Okay, that pops in there. A little bit drops in there. I think the easiest thing is pop out to the car and plug something in, see if it works. Out in the car, there's my little adapter, so plug it in there, and we got a nice red light on there. So if I plug that one into there, we should hear my dash cam fire up. Yep, so dash cam now works. Unplug that. That's the dash cam switching off again. See if we can plug a mobile phone into it. Very difficult to do it one-handed, but there's no room to put a tripod in here in the car. So there we are, it's plugged in. Have we got any power going to the camera? Oh yeah, there we go. So that's the camera coming on as well. Mobile phone coming on. And I've got a flat battery. So that's charging. Fixed then. I don't recommend using these for mobile phones. I've no idea how well regulated they are. That's my old phone. And what we did find was if we had the dash cam plugged in and tried to charge a phone at the same time, there just wasn't enough current coming through. Anyway, job done.